Good, happy Tuesday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Van McLeod, Commissioner of New Hampshire Department of Culture Resources, dies. Long-serving Commissioner Van McLeod has died, a spokeswoman for New Hampshire's Department of Culture Resources said. State activates Emergency Operations Center in response to storms. Homeland Security and Emergency Management called for a potential activation of Emergency Operations Center during Monday storms. Plastow suffers damage during possible microbursts. Many in the Granite State are in the dark after a powerful storm moved through southern New Hampshire. Masked man accused of stabbing another man at New Hampshire campsite. A Massachusetts man is facing charges out of Raymond after he stabbed another man at a campsite during an argument. New in Cleveland, New Hampshire opponents fail in last-ditch effort to derail First in the Nation primary in 2020. Opponents of New Hampshire's presidential primary failed on Monday in a last-ditch effort to derail the primary's First in the Nation status for 2020. And Citizens United PAC to launch new ad campaign to support Hassan. A political action committee supporting campaign finance reform will announce later Monday that it will go on the air in mid-August with a new television ad in support of Governor Maggie Hassan in the New Hampshire U.S. Senate race. Hampton police seek person of interest in theft. Hampton police asked for the public's help identifying a person of interest in a series of thefts from cars in the Seacoast area. 2 pleaded guilty in teen's overdose death. 2 people charged in connection with the overdose death of a Rochester teenager last year pleaded guilty Monday afternoon. Police chiefs concerned for officer in wake of shootings. Members of law enforcement in New Hampshire expressed grief Monday for the families of officers killed in the shooting in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Nashua Fire forces dozens from homes. Dozens of people were displaced Sunday after a fire tore through a Nashua apartment building. GOP leaders call for unity as convention gets underway. Republican leaders are trying to pull the party together as the national convention gets underway Monday. Man sought after Chesterfield man's death found in South Carolina. A man being sought after a Chesterfield man was found dead in his home was detained Sunday in South Carolina, officials said. Analyzes Trump convention leads with fear and family. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Intuitive all-wheel drive. The Nissan Rogue, Murano, and Pathfinder.
Tonight I want to go back to David Muir on the floor, World News anchor David Muir on the floor. It does seem, as we see Scott Walker and the rest of the crowd out there, it does seem that after they saw Melania Trump, a lot of these delegates wanted to go home or at least go out and party.
Yeah, no question, George. I was struck by the same thing right down here on the floor. The people who are here are listening to General Flynn, but this, keep in mind, is night number one in prime time. And Melania Trump, the moment she was done speaking, when she walked off that stage, you begin to see the people moving out of the crowd, and many of them, as you point out, were leaving. You know, it's really interesting to think about where this nation is these last couple of weeks, the violence we've witnessed in this country, the deadly police shootings, then the attacks on police officers in Dallas and Baton Rouge. And going into tonight, everyone was watching Donald Trump. And with the exception of that incredible moment when he walks out in silhouette, that was about it as far as those showbiz, highly produced moments that you have come to expect from Donald Trump. It's clear that the Trump campaign and Trump himself knew what they were walking into tonight. It was Melania Trump's night, and I think that they accomplished what they were looking to do.
And Cokie Roberts, we can expect to see a member of the Trump family every single night.
And those will be the stars of this convention. I think we'll see a repeat of this over and over. When a Trump speaks, the convention will be energized and paying attention. And when a Trump is not speaking, they will be normal convention delegates and just wandering the floors. This is Trump. This is Trump's platform, Trump's rules, Trump's convention, Trump's party.
And by Thursday, you will see a Trump takeover of the Republican Party, no doubt about it. But I've got to say about Melania Trump, I've seen her out on the campaign trail not that often. She's spoken very few times, very few words when she spoke. And she came out in this hall, a raucous hall, millions of people watching on television, an extensive speech in her second language, really an amazing accomplishment.
Yes, she owned it.
She very much owned it. And I also think it's really smart for them to make this convention about the family, because the American public for the last 25 years doesn't just vote for a candidate, they vote for a family in the White House. They did it with the Bushes, and they did it with the Obamas, and they're looking for the Trump family as who can we put in the White House.
And Tom Yamas, one of the things we've seen, we're going to see the Trump family on the podium this week, all the Trump family on the podium. We've also known they are real forces behind closed doors as well. It was kind of remarkable to see his sons and daughter fly out to Indiana for those final...
Okay, and there you have a sneak peek at what they're talking about. Germany axe attack injures several on
Who really has the
train.
fastest internet? This
Several
isn't today's
on train. Police kill suspect. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
.com/challenge now to see how your service stacks up to Xfinity, or get started risk-free for $89.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY or click now.
Several people are wounded, at least 4 seriously, after a stabbing attack on a train in Germany. Police shot and killed the attacker, who reportedly used both a knife and an axe.
This happened near Würzburg in northern Bavaria. A government official says the attacker was a 17-year-old Afghan man.
And there you have it. And that's it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday. See you back here later on. Goodbye.